Commodity TV here at the Mines and Money London in 2024. We want to dive now directly into, let's say the base metals or battery metals sector. Yeah, and with me here is Leif Nilsson, CEO and Director of Berg Copper. Hi, Leif.
Hi, good to see you again.
How are you doing?
Great, thank you. How are
Good.
you?
Good. How's the show so far?
Very busy. So been in London since Monday morning, and a couple very busy days, and looks to be the same till the end of the week.
Wonderful. So, Berg Copper, we met before. You have a large land package in the heart of British Columbia. A big copper resource with your projects Berg and Owatza. What's going on at the moment there?
Yeah, exactly. So we are advancing a big critical minerals district in an established mining district in central BC. So there's a existing copper mine in our area called Huckleberry, which is currently on care and maintenance, and we own most of the exploration and development stage deposits in the area. So infrastructure rich, a lot of industrial activity in the region. Over the last several years, our focus has been on advancing the Berg project, which is about a billion ton in the M&I categories porphyry copper deposit. We released a maiden preliminary economic assessment in 2023, so that was a very large catalyst for us. Earlier this year in 2024, we brought on a strategic investor from South Africa, so a diversified mining company called African Rainbow Minerals. They helped us put together a funding package that is helping us to advance the project.
What is the
toward
background
PFS.
of this company? Because African Rainbow doesn't sound like British Columbia. So what's the background of this company? And
Yeah,
they paid at the financing a premium price.
Yeah.
So what's the intention on that? What's the background?
Yeah, so they acquired a 15% interest in Surge, and as is typical for strategic investments, you sometimes see premiums being paid because there's additional rights that come along with the investment. So in this case, they secured a right to maintain their pro rata interest, so they can participate in financings at that sort of 15% level. We've formed a technical committee as well that they participate in, so they have kind of direct input and involvement in how we are assessing technical work programs and advancing the project. In terms of strategy, I can't speak for them, of course, but they are a diversified miner in South Africa with interests ranging from iron ore and manganese and coal, PGMs, etc. Not a lot of copper exposure in their portfolio, so obviously they're interested in gaining exposure to copper and looked at a lot of opportunities globally and have secured an investment with Surge.
Okay. So you made a lot of progress this year with really good drill results. Could you comment a little bit on that?
Yeah, sure. So we did a 5,000 meter drill program predominantly at the Berg deposit this year. The focus of that drilling is multi-purpose. It's a single ore body, so it's quite easy to design drill holes that have the right sort of orientation and geometry to allow us to do both resource delineation, exploration, expansion type drilling, but also to use that material to do more engineering-oriented test work, so geotechnical analysis, geochemical analysis, etc. So the drill program this year, it's really covering a lot of those areas. So we did a lot of geotech analysis. Some of the results that we've released in the last month or so were really focused on resource delineation. So expanding and infill drilling a lot of the inferred areas of the ore body.
So the big deposits are Berg and Owatza. Mm-hmm. What's the overall resource base at the moment?
Yeah, so I think between both sets of deposits, which are separated by 20 odd kilometers, so they're quite distinct projects. But yeah, across the district as a whole, it's probably approaching in the combined measured and indicated categories about 1.5 billion tons of mineralized material, which would translate into about 12 billion pounds of contained copper equivalent. The majority of that, of course, being copper, and we've got pretty significant byproducts of molybdenum, silver, and gold.
Okay, then you already mentioned that you already have a PEA for Berg, but
Correct.
Now you are working on a pre-feasibility study.
Yep.
When can we expect first results out of this?
Yeah, so our focus right now is on completing and delivering the technical work programs that underlie pre-feasibility. So We haven't yet entered into a contract with a lead engineering firm to deliver the pre-feasibility or committed to a delivery date for that. At the moment, we're focused on securing the kind of evergreen technical information that you need for metallurgy, geotechnical information, environmental baseline, et cetera. We should really reach the end of those programs by mid 2025. And at that point, we'll probably be establishing more definitive timelines around the delivery of a pre-feasibility.
So this year you financed around 7 million Canadian, I believe.
Correct.
Looks quite big money, but what's in the bank at the moment?
Yeah, we're probably sitting around just under $4 million Canadian. Bear in mind that typically for projects of this nature that are moving from PEA to PFS stage, many of the largest costs are associated with infill drilling. So converting inferred resources to measured and indicated. We benefit from the fact that in our preliminary economic assessment, around 80% of the mine plan material was already in the measured and indicated categories. So there isn't a significant amount of drilling required to convert those inferred resources to those higher categories. And in fact, since we released the PEA, we've already completed around 8,000 meters of drilling that largely will achieve that goal. So beyond that, our administrative costs for the company, our operating costs at the camp level are all exceptionally low, just as a benefit of where we're located in the world. So the cash balances always strike people as being very low, but we often achieve a lot over a kind of 12 to 24 month basis with those sorts of treasury run rates. So that cash balance is intended to take us to the end of next year.
Okay. How is the relationship with the First Nations?
Good. So we have very high levels of engagement with the three primary groups that we deal with in our area, which are the Cheslata Carrier Nation, the Office of the Wet'suwet'en, and the Wet'suwet'en First Nation. We have varying types of agreements in place with most of these groups and lots of different collaborative initiatives underway. Typically, you seek to start engaging in dialogue around impact benefit agreements for these types of projects as you're working towards feasibility and permitting. So we're not quite there yet, but it's something that's coming in the coming years.
Okay. So huge resource base, PFS in the making, strategic investor with African rainbow minerals. What we now need is a better copper price, so more push from the copper side. What is your feeling about that?
Yeah, I agree with that framing. I think Surge today represents all the right ingredients for the recipe for success. We need markets to cooperate. I think there's a lot of skittishness and skepticism in the market right now. A lot of geopolitics probably has a lot to do with that. But all I can say is that I think we're exposed to the right metals for the future, being copper, molybdenum, and precious metals. And we're in a premium location. We're in a first world jurisdiction, British Columbia, Canada, infrastructure-rich area. And yeah, I think the market conditions, it's a double-edged sword. What it represents for shareholders today is a very attractive value opportunity.
Okay. Good, Leif. Thank you very much for this insight in the company and
Thank you.
in the copper sector. All the best for 2025 and Merry Christmas.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that was Commodity TV with Leif Nilsson, CEO of Surge Copper. You heard it, pre-feasibility study in the making. Much more information and results to come in the next 6 to 12 months. I would say check out this very interesting, terrific company. I'm a shareholder, just for disclosure. And with these words, bye-bye from London.